What's up, guys? That Really Gross Guy here. We are back, coming in with Nidus and my third coloration for him. Now, I stuck with the toxin-based theme for this one. Ooh, Lotus. Lotus, we've talked about this in the past. Stop interrupting me. Anyways, so I did a cool bubblegum coloration that some of you may have thrown up because you were like, oh god. And then my magma one from last time, and this is my toxin-based Nidus. And I like it. I like his mutation better, and I figured you guys, if you're going to stick with the toxin coloration, this would be a pretty decent one. I think when I randomized him, I had more of a white and green, but I ended up changing the white to a gray because I felt like it fit just a little bit better, and I think it looks okay. I think it looks alright. Obviously, everything can be tweaked to your preference, and I might do a little bit. Actually, personally, I don't know if I'm going to keep a toxin-based coloration. I may switch this up, and maybe you'll see a new coloration here in the future. Or maybe kind of like my toxin-based Titania. Maybe I'll put some browns in this and maybe a darker green. I'm not too sure. But, yeah, so this coloration might change. But we'll try and get up to the 10 stacks, and you guys can see his full mutated variant. And it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool. I definitely like it more than just the more skeleton-y look that he has. I also, because he is kind of like a toxin, you know, kind of build, my other two colorations, he had the noble stance, and I figured being all toxic and being all crazy, his agile stance would be a little bit better. But we're in here. I'm just doing a pretty simple mission to get some experience and hopefully get him maxed out. And we are in a survival on Phobos, one of the, what's it called, the dark sector Phobos missions. So starts with a Z. I forgot exactly what it was called, but it starts with a Z. But yeah, we'll see if we can get his stacks up, ready to go. It's going to be easy, very easy to keep your energy up with the infested, because they line up and stack so easy. You're going to be able to get a lot of your energy back on your cast and get maximum stacks very easily. You can see I'm already up to 4, and I've only cast it maybe 5 times. But yeah, we'll get in here. We'll enjoy a little bit of the coloration, talk a little bit, and I've covered most of what I needed to cover when it comes to Nidus in the last 2 videos. So if you're kind of interested in his powers, and maybe I don't want to min-max the frame, tell you how to min-max your frame, because plenty of videos on that, and I don't do a whole lot of that on my channel. I just like getting in there, doing a cool coloration and design, and if you guys are interested in that design, you can stick around and watch the video and we can talk, or you can I don't know, just go find someone if you're looking to min-max your frames. But I like to talk about how how I'm running my frame, because I run it based on pure enjoyment. I don't run it necessarily based on, oh, I'm trying to go endless missions for hours and hours. It's just not really me. That stuff gets boring too quick. And look at that. I'm already like, I can't even pick up energy because I just killing these guys left and right with my powers, getting it all back. Pretty nice. Nidus is one hell of a frame. Definitely unique. Definitely a unique frame. I talk about this in a little bit in my last video if you didn't see, but based on how, if you want to build him as a tank, or kind of a running gun tanky frame, or you can build him as kind of a nice casting tank frame, and I think it's a nice alternative for a lot of the frames that are out there. Not to mention, only 2 of his abilities require energy, so pretty nice. And one of them, or actually 2 of them refund energy. and his ultimate refunds health. Not to mention he has health regen. Oh my gosh, he's so good, so good. I also talked a little bit in the last episode about how people are expecting him to be nerfed, and I talk a little bit of how if we're gonna get a nerf, I talk about if we absolutely have to, how we should go about getting one. I don't think he needs his powers necessarily need to get like a power strength or a range or any of that. None of that I think should be nerfed. I feel like there's a better way to do it, and hopefully I'm right. If they're gonna nerf it, I'm right. But yeah, as you can see, he is now in his mutation phase. Get out of my face, you stupid infested. He's in his mutated phase, and I think he looks great with that green popping out and that base grayish color. It looks really, really good. Get out of here. All right, pretty cool, pretty cool. I don't think we're gonna have a problem whatsoever taking these guys out. This is kind of a lower level survival mission, and I don't want to keep you guys here for 40 to 60 minutes, depending on how long I could stay. To be honest, I don't know, because I haven't run my Nidus yet in kind of endless missions to try and go as long as I can. He's still only level 25. I haven't maxed him out, so he's still got some potential in there, and there's going to be more mod capacity coming with these last 5 levels. So definitely can be better than I have him set up to be right now. But we're only 5 minutes in, but I'm having a blast. I've got 16 stacks already, and man, he's so good. He's so good. You know, I'll be completely honest too. I think I mentioned this a little bit, but I actually wasn't too excited about this frame at first. I was like, you know what, cool, nice change of pace. He'll probably be, you know, he'll probably be a good alternative to the typical gameplay, the typical Warframe. But now that I have him, and now that I've been using his abilities, oh man, he's above and beyond my expectations for a Warframe, and I'm super happy with him. That's why I really hope we don't see any nerfs when it comes to this frame. So, but you know, DE likes to nerf, and I understand there's always going to be this goal of balancing frames and whatnot. And while I agree with the game should be balanced, I also agree with the fact that people are saying, well, it's not a PvP based game, so why are we nerfing our frames? I feel like if you want to balance the game, balance the enemies you're fighting. That's how I feel. If you get an overpowered frame, make it so that that frame has some sort of drawback when it comes to enemies, not necessarily like nerfing him. You know what I mean? And don't make drawbacks as crazy as like Nidus can't kill a Bursa. You know, like Bursas, or you know, his abilities don't affect Bursas or something like that. Make it. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the stupid oxygen level. Where were all the enemies, by the way? Did you notice that there were like very few enemies coming at me that whole time? That was kind of silly. But yeah, don't make it so that like Bursas are super. I don't know. So, I've talked about in the past. I feel like Bursas need some sort of not. They kind of did it here just a little while ago. I think Bursas needed a little bit of a nerf. Not necessarily endgame, because a lot of endgame players, it's fairly easy to take out Bursas. But even a mid-level frame, or some newer players, any players between the ranks of like 5 to 10 who haven't quite maxed out a bunch, you know, 3 or 4 frames and got min-max whatever, a lot of those people were struggling. Oh, there goes my revive. But a lot of those people were struggling to kill Bursas because Bursas are only vulnerable to their backs, and depending on the Bursa you went up against, you didn't have the ability strength or the powers or the energy to take out that Bursa. They did make it so that only certain Bursas appear at certain levels, but I feel like still to a degree, there are a lot of newer players that just will for a long time they will run low-level Corpus missions because they're afraid of running into Bursas, and I feel like that's a really bad feeling for newer players to be put off by a mission because of one enemy. So, anyways, I'm done with that rant. This video wasn't too long because I kind of screwed up, but hopefully you enjoyed. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about. The last 2 videos contained a lot of information on Nidus, but we did all right. That was kind of fun. Let me know what you think. What's your favorite out of the 3 colorations? And let me know how you guys, if you guys have a Nidus, or I've said this before, but if you guys have a Nidus and you're getting a Nidus, what coloration do you think you're going to what theme are you going to keep your Nidus? Are you gonna totally stray away from the infested theme, or are you gonna hold on to that and make an infested theme frame, kind of like I have? Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and check out, you know, let's just jump on the channel, look around, see if there's anything you like. Like the video, all that stuff. It's great. We've been having a good year. Year's almost over, and thanks to you guys, this channel has grown so much. Thank you so much, and until next time, guys. Blah!